Ah, yeah. Oh, January 6th, 2025. Wow. Not 24, 25. That poor guy. They counted his votes today. And it's an interesting thing. He got it. And I was talking to Metal Ghost earlier, my friend, and I was speaking to him about how, the language we speak drives the thoughts that we have, and how just aggressive they can be. And I said, well, how about we talk about something instead? About how much that poor guy and my dad have in common. Vietnam, bone spurs. We got a bone spur for a president, something that's just irritating us constantly and might require some brand of surgery. Let's talk about how my dad and that poor guy have something in common. It's Vietnam. That poor guy got out of Vietnam because he had a doctor that said he had bone spurs, so he couldn't go. My dad got out of Vietnam. Yeah. You can say, what the hell? Why'd he do that? It's not up to me. It ain't up to me, Doc. It ain't up to me. It's not like there weren't enough that were in the military without him. I know his oldest brother, he was a helicopter pilot in the Army, and one of his other older brothers was an MP at Fort Leavenworth in the Army. He was a cop. I had an uncle that was a cop. I had a cop that was screwing my mom's sister. That's how my mom met my dad. And that's how my dad got out of Vietnam. Yep, there was a time my dad, my mom, they got together and they had a kid. My oldest brother, the one that loves me, the one that I love, the one that loves me back. All those things that I used to say are switching around somehow. But had him, and at the time on the draft, selective service, he didn't have to have the draft card thing. They came and they said, oh, you got a kid. We don't want you to go in Vietnam. So he didn't get drafted into Vietnam because he had a kid. And then the next year they came around. Oh boy, had my sister, had a second kid. Oh, if you got two kids, you don't have to go to Vietnam. So he didn't go to Vietnam. Kept working the factory and the farm and everything, keeping America working again. You know, Kawa, keep America working again. Not everybody has to die in combat. Not everybody can die in combat. Not if we're going to have an America left. If every American dies in combat, that means that the enemy takes over. Anyway, so that poor guy, he got his votes counted today, and they said, yeah, that's him. And so then the next time it comes around, he had 3 kids not going to Vietnam. And I was born in 69. I was the fourth. You know, they were Catholics. What are you going to do? You fuck the neighbor instead and blame it on somebody else. You gotta fuck your own wife. You're a good man. Oh, sorry, she's pregnant. Now I got kids, and you don't want me to go to Vietnam because you want me to raise more soldiers. That's what my dad used to say. They don't want to get those abortions, but they don't mind putting guns in their hands. They're getting themselves killed anyway. That type. My dad was a pain in the ass. If you wanted to have a mega conversation with him, he didn't fucking fit into any one little thing. He didn't. He just wanted to screw with people. I don't know where he got it from. So the thing is, my dad ended up with 4 kids. I was supposed to be an abortion. I was supposed to not be. They were supposed to go and get my mom's tubes tied, and my mom wanted another little girl, so they had another one. And it was me. Oh my God, I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. But you see, there's the connection that my dad were talking nice things about that poor guy. He and my dad had something common. They both got out of Vietnam. The only difference is it was that poor guy's stinky feet that got him out. It's my dad. He fucked himself. He fucked his way out of Vietnam. There's a real man.